Breaking news: Reno urges Tinubu to ban sports betting apps in Nigeria. Guys, this is interesting. No be small thing dey happen, my country people. They say one man's food is another man's poison. Now, imagine Reno Omokri has urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to put an end to sports betting apps, to stabilize the naira, to improve the economy. Reno says that Nigeria as a nation spends about $1 billion on gambling daily, and most of this money leaves Nigeria's economy to Russia, to South Africa, and to Europe. The former presidential aide said gambling is an epidemic that is destroying the Nigerian youth and must be checked by President Bola Tinubu. Reno has called out to President Tinubu to issue an executive order authorizing the Nigerian Communications Commission to put an end to sports betting apps. He said that Tinubu must revoke the license of any personal or any physical sports betting operators in this country. Reno says Nigeria as a nation spends $1 billion on gambling daily. So the public affairs commentator and the political critic says gambling is an epidemic that is destroying the Nigerian youth and it must be stopped because according to the National Lottery Trust Fund, Nigeria as a nation spends $1 billion on gambling daily, adding that an average Nigerian spends approximately $15 daily on sports betting and other types of gambling, and the naira can never sustain its rally under such circumstances because most of the money leaves Nigeria economy to countries like Russia, to countries like South Africa and Europe. But then Reno has said Tinubu is an accountant and he must know that this parasitic economic sabotage will surely destroy Nigeria if it is left unchecked. A lot of petty crime in Nigeria is being caused by youth seeking money by any means to fund their gambling habits. It would be irresponsible for a first-class accountant like Tinubu not to act on such a matter as threatening to our national security as this gambling epidemic. Well, my country people, I want to note something that Reno Omokri has said. According to him, he said that a lot of petty crime in Nigeria is being caused by the youths who are seeking money by any means to fund their gambling habits. Now, gambling is an habit. It is a habit, a very bad habit at that. It is more like an addiction. When you are addicted to gambling, you waste your money. You want to do anything to get money to gamble. So it is an addiction, which brings us back to the beginning that gambling is a personal conscience. It's a personal decision. Not everybody in this country gambles. Not everybody in this country uses go to sporty bets to play games and all of that. So it is an habit, and it generally begins with small steps. As time goes on, greed takes over and it turns people. It twists the minds of so many people. I can recall that something happened last year where a Nigerian man took his own life for allegedly losing about 2.5 million naira to betting. This happened in Umuahia. Yes, this happened in Umuahia where a man took his own life because of betting 2.5 million naira. And out of that 2.5 million naira, it was said that he had about 1 million. So 1 million was his own money while he borrowed 1.5 million naira from someone else. And he used this money to bet. Now imagine a man in this economy who has 1 million naira. You know that 1 million naira can go a lot. It can do a lot of things for you. Yet, because of greed, you decided to put this money into bets, and you wasted it. The money was lost, and the man committed suicide as a result of this. So gambling is a very bad habit, and it is very addictive if it is left unchecked. So it is a matter of personal decision and not a national decision that the president will come one day and say, well, he's putting an end to betting apps like the betting sports apps we have in Nigeria, the Sporty Bet, the Niger Bet, and all of that. We mind you, these sports betting apps are people's businesses. They are people's investments. So if Reno is urging the president to ban these sports betting apps, that means he is telling the president to put an end to people's businesses. I am not promoting gambling, but I am trying to say that once one man's food is another man's poison. You can recall that in most cigarettes, when you look at the back of the packet, they will tell you that smokers are liable to die young. But still, they produce cigarettes every day, and people are still buying these things. So why is it that the government are yet to ban those cigarettes making company and all of that? They've not banned those stuff because they know people are using it and they are making money from it. These are people's businesses, and most of this revenue goes back to the government. So it is just business. Now it is left for the Nigerian youth to decide on what they want to use their life to do. Either they want to engage in betting, or they want to be productive and work hard to earn their money. So my country people, this suggestion by Reno Omokri, I really feel is a misplaced suggestion. There are so many things that he can suggest to the president, like creating more employment for the Nigerian youth. Creating more employment can really take the minds of the youth off from betting, because all these things called the sporty betting apps is becoming more popular because the Nigerian youth, they don't have jobs, and they say an idle man is the devil's workshop. So imagine the Nigerian youths, none of them having jobs. They tend to do something to keep themselves busy, to keep their minds busy. So Reno Omokri should suggest to the president to create more jobs for the Nigerian youth, so as to remove them from such social vices. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? Mind you, the sports betting apps often do more harm than good. So many people put their money into this, expecting to get more money. Little people, yes, they tend to win and cash out big. But out of 100%, about 80% or 95% of these people betting, they don't win anything. And it goes on and on. It is very dangerous. It is a destructive addiction. Those that have lose control of gambling, those that have lost total control of gambling, they tend to fall prey to these things. There are so many dark sides of gambling, but for Reno to tell the president to ban this stuff, to ban the sports betting apps, these are businesses of so many people. These are investments. I think this is more like a misplaced, priority. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.